It's time for The Local with your host and realtor, Katie McKinney.
Hey guys, it's Katie and welcome to The Local. Today, I've got the honor of having Kaleb Roach on the podcast.
Yep.
Kaleb,
Pleasure to be here.
thank you for being here,
Thanks
of
for having me.
course. So, Kaleb, tell us a little bit about what your official job title is, and then we'll get into a little bit about you and your travel back to Woodward and fun new adventures coming up.
Okay. So I am agent/agency owner.
Okay.
It's in the building formerly the Stephenson. It's still the Stephenson Insurance Center.
Yes.
So Stephenson Benefit Service is still there.
Okay.
And Stephenson Bags and Guthrie is still there, which
Okay.
are two different insurance entities basically.
Got it.
But we're all in the building, and then I'm just there as the Kaleb Roach Insurance Agency.
Excellent.
And we are Farmers Insurance.
Farmers Insurance.
Yep.
Excellent. And where is that located?
It is 1902 9th Street.
9th Street.
Yep.
Nice building, too.
It is very
You
nice.
guys been putting a lot of improvements
He
on
very recently renovated it all. It's a really nice space. So
Yeah.
I'm really happy to stay there and
Good.
be a part of it.
Good. I know a good neighbor, too, to that office. My transaction coordinator, Allie, she lives right next door.
Does she?
So, yeah, it makes for a really good neighbor. She'll have to bring some cookies over. Wink, wink, Allie. Or something.
I love them cookies, I promise.
She's a really good baker. So, anyway, perfect. So, have you been in Woodward forever? Kind of where are you from? How did you get to Woodward?
Yep. So I'm born and raised here.
That was easy.
I graduated in 2014
Okay.
with our awesome sound engineer, Branson.
Oh, yes.
Branson
in the house.
So, you know, born and raised here. I left to go to OSU
Okay.
in 2014 when we graduated high school. I was there for 5 years, and
5 good years.
5 good years.
Yeah.
I wish I could have been there 4 good
Yeah.
years, but I was there 5.
That's okay.
But then, went to work in Oklahoma City.
Mhm.
I really liked Oklahoma City for a little while.
Yeah.
And then I kind of got tired of it.
Mhm.
I like the pace of Woodward a lot better.
Right.
And my whole family's here and everything.
Yes, of
So
course.
whenever this opportunity came up, I jumped on it. And of
Mhm.
course, Sierra was in law school,
Mhm.
actually studying for the bar.
Your
when this
wife?
Yep, my wife, Sierra. Studying for the bar when this opportunity came up.
Excellent.
So it stressed her out to no end.
I
So
bet.
I had some serious talking to
yes.
do to get
yes.
her to come back, but she jumped on board, and now she is employed at the Hodgson Law Firm,
Yes.
which is awesome.
Yes. Wonderful
Exactly
law
what
firm
we
here.
wanted to happen.
Yes.
That's how we
She's
got back to
amazing.
Woodward,
Yeah.
and now we're super happy to be here.
And she's from Woodward
Yep,
area
she's-
as well.
Yep, she's
Okay.
a year older than me, so
Okay.
she graduated in 13.
You'll have to remind her of that for future years. A year older than
Yeah,
you. That's
she's
awesome.
up there.
Up there in age. And yeah, she's obviously starting out her law
Mhm.
profession and going to be a fantastic attorney, I'm
Yep,
sure.
yep,
And she went to OU.
She went to OSU.
OSU
and then OU for law school.
for law. So
Yep.
you're both OSU people.
Both OSU grads.
What
yep.
did you graduate? What degree did you have at OSU?
So it's in finance,
Okay.
business administration and finance.
okay.
And right out of college, that's what I did. I was a financial advisor
Oh, okay.
for Northwestern Mutual.
I didn't know that.
And then transitioned into working for a farmer's agent in Oklahoma City, and then
Excellent.
this opportunity came up.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
there's still opportunity to use my degree. Farmers does manage money.
Okay.
That's just I got to study and get all the licensing and everything, which those tests are really hard and
Yeah.
take a lot of studying,
I've
which
heard
I
that.
don't particularly want to do. I
don't
did
blame
5
you.
years and not 4, remember?
Mhm.
I don't want to study anymore.
You enjoy
Yeah.
your time as you're studying. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to all be crammed into 4 years, right?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
good.
but- So there's still opportunity to use my degree, but
Excellent.
I'm happy with what I'm doing.
Oh,
so If
definitely.
I don't have to use my degree, I won't be mad.
That's kind of where I'm at. So
Yeah.
my degree's in secondary English education.
Oh yeah, you're not
So-
using
No,
that.
I'm definitely not I know how to speak English correctly,
Yeah,
luckily.
you speak well.
Well, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Paid a lot of money to do that. But anyway, yeah, so awesome. And then you said all your family is from here as well. A lot of them.
Yeah,
A lot of your
I
family.
mean, pretty much all of them.
Okay.
We all grew up, aunts and uncles, cousins. I have a bunch of
Yeah.
cousins that are like brothers to me. We all grew up east of town, living
Okay.
100 feet from each other.
Oh,
so,
that's fun.
yeah, and they're starting to have children and stuff.
Yeah.
A couple of them already do. So I'm just glad to be back for that.
That's awesome. No, that's exciting. It's always nice, I don't have family here, but I have a lot of friends that feel like family, and church family that feels like family, and so, but it's nice to have family around, I'm sure, and it's a reason to come back, obviously, too.
Yep. And Sierra's, her parents are here.
Yes,
and everything,
Sierra's got all her family, a lot of her family here.
We got everything we need.
Good. That's exciting. And so was that really the main draw to move back to Woodward? Was one, obviously, like you said, slower pace, but also this opportunity, or kind of both of your opportunities, but really just the opportunities that came about. Is that kind of why, or did you always feel like you were going to probably come back to Woodward?
We always wanted to come back to Woodward,
right?
Just to raise our family and everything here. When that happens, we didn't think it would happen this soon.
Yeah.
Just Woodward is so oil driven that we we didn't want to move back right now.
Yeah.
The way things are.
Right.
But the opportunity came up, and we just couldn't pass it up.
Yeah.
So we didn't plan to be here this soon, but we definitely planned to be back. Yep.
Yeah. Well, excellent. I know a lot of people in the community are happy that you're here. So.
I'm sure happy. And I haven't even, there's so many people I haven't even got to talk to yet, just because everything is so busy.
Yeah.
But, I look forward to going out and seeing all the people that maybe don't know I'm back.
Yeah, excellent. So tell us a little bit about Stephenson Insurance when they were part of it, because obviously that's a huge kind of known company in the Woodward area, Northwest Oklahoma, really. Market, and I'm sure even greater than that, but kind of everybody knows Stephenson Insurance, or the actual insurance company and building and everything. But tell me a little bit about like what they provided, say before you came, and then how that transitions to your insurance company now.
So just from the farmer's perspective,
right?
Everything is still exactly the same as it was then. It's just a new face, in town. But from
new face, but not really new face. You know what I mean?
New to the business.
New to the business phase.
So the Stephenson Insurance Center. I know he started Farmers like 17 years ago or something like that. So he's been building that business for years and years and years, until he moved away to Kingfisher. But his other two businesses in there, their business as usual too. So he's got his benefit service, which is your health insurance and all that good stuff, which they're swamped right now with open enrollment
yep.
Which I don't deal with the health insurance at all, and I'm happy about that.
I was just say, I don't know if anybody was real super happy. I'm sure there's people, you have to be the right fit for that.
So I think Janice and Amber have both been there a long time doing the health insurance, so they know what they're doing, and they're great.
That's excellent.
And then the SBA, or the Stephenson, Baggs, and Guthrie side is commercial insurance.
Oh, okay.
Now Farmers does commercial insurance as well, but Farmers won't touch anything oil field related.
Got it.
Or anything like that, which that's most of the businesses here in Woodward.
Right.
So he started a commercial insurance business with a couple other gentlemen, and they've grown a lot, and they're having a great time, and I know they're saving people a lot of money. So
that's great.
If you're looking to talk to them, reach out to them, because they're doing great work. I'm trying to get my parents to talk to them right now. To try to get some cheaper insurance. But
exactly. That's it. It could be really expensive insurance on that commercial
insurance,
especially
is expensive.
The oil and gas industry. Yeah. I know my in-laws, in Kansas, they're in that industry, and just the insurance alone, it's like, and I just can't even fathom. But there is a lot of liability there, so I get it. And different things, a lot of moving parts there. So
when you get into transporting anything with the semi trucks and stuff, you can get up there in price.
It can get interesting. Yeah, definitely. I wonder what my stepdad, Kevin Osterson, he owned DNR Transports there in Canadian, Texas, where I'm from, and they hauled salt water, and so I'm sure he had to have some good insurance. So shout out to Kevin for supporting us all those years through high school.
Shout out to Kevin.
Yeah, he's a gem. So okay, awesome. And so then on your farmer side, what all what are your kind of specialties or prioritize?
So obviously we do home and auto and life insurance, and we do commercial insurance. Our bread and butter is kind of restaurants and hair salons, stuff like that. We're really well with those type businesses.
Good.
And then, we really, really like to. I don't want to say specialize, but we try to put a focus on life insurance, because people don't need it.
But until you do.
No, let me rephrase it. People don't have to have it.
Exactly.
And they do have to have home and auto. So they're obviously going to come and get home and auto because they have to have it, but they don't have to have life insurance, okay?
Yeah.
But I would say that you do have to have life insurance.
I would agree.
Because I have not been in the life insurance business, but 3 years tops.
Yeah.
And I already have stories of tragedies that people that didn't have it and people who are so well off because they did have it.
Yes.
So, I could talk about that for an hour.
Yeah.
But I won't.
Well, it's important. It really is. I don't think people realize how important that is.
Yeah, they don't. And then it's just.
Until it's time.
It's such a.
Yeah.
It's a burden whenever, a loved one passes away, especially if they're a breadwinner. Lots of people don't think about the financial situation that can put a family in. So we try to prioritize that.
Yeah.
Just for that reason alone. It's kind of sinister when you put it this way, but it's very rewarding.
Yes.
When you can give a family a check.
Yes. Yeah.
They're
already going through a hard time. Yeah. It's already an emotional time. Yeah. When you think about something maybe potentially happening, and of course nobody, predicts that or whatever, but it is already a very stressful time. It's an emotional time, but it would be it's sinister, but it's also in a rewarding way for you, as far as that's why we're in businesses, and the businesses that we are in is to help people. And so, or else you wouldn't do it, and so if you can help them through that, it's really a transition period a lot of times, or for a lot of them there's no transition. It's either if this happens, then there's no food on the table for the rest of the year, or whatever, or worse. And so I think I completely understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. I think it should be, I don't know if I should say should, because then they're going to think I'm like a socialist or something. But it is the day after the election when we're recording this, so that's why I have that in my head. But anyway, either way, so I think, though, it should be encouraged more. I don't think, in school, in high school or in college, I don't remember people saying, like, go get life insurance. We never think about that. You're young, but wouldn't you agree that being young and getting life insurance is probably one of the better times to get it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm 24 still.
Yeah.
And people would be very surprised to know how much life insurance I have and how much I pay for it.
Yes.
Because the younger you are, the cheaper it is. The older you are. There's a lot of misconceptions with life insurance.
Right.
But the main thing you need to know is you're not getting any younger or healthier than you are today.
Right.
So you're never going to pay this cheaper price for life insurance.
Yeah.
So,
That's good.
I think it's completely a necessity to have life insurance. And
I do too.
Yeah, so all of your insurance people, whether it's me or everyone else in town, there's a lot of great insurance people in town. Don't get frustrated when they ask you about life insurance. Yeah. Because they're keeping you in there. They have your best interests at mind.
Exactly. And I may have told the story already, but I had to get life insurance. And a lot of times they make you, if you have a loan at a certain amount, or if you have a certain amount of liabilities, that kind of telling on myself here, but if you have a certain amount of liabilities and you're X amount of age, or don't have a certain amount of collateral for the liabilities, they make you get life insurance. I think obviously that's a fantastic idea for that to be a requirement. And so I had to get it. I guess I was 24, I would say, and not too long ago, 24, and had to get my blood drawn. I thought it was the end of the world. But what would have been worse is if something had happened to either Josh or myself, and then us be left with nothing. Really,
it's
essentially.
It's also when it comes to the medical with life insurance. It's most people don't want to do it. They don't want to get pricked by a needle. But it's free.
Yes.
And what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to find out something that could be wrong that you wouldn't have otherwise known.
It's free blood work.
And you're going to get some life insurance out of the deal.
Yep.
So it's
it's a win-win.
It's a free health exam.
Yeah.
And
and you get life insurance.
Yeah, and then if it comes back and something changes, maybe your blood pressure is high and it's high, now the insurance is too expensive, you don't have to buy it.
Exactly. No obligation there. Yeah, definitely.
So
it's a good
there's
thing.
a lot of things people don't know about life insurance that I think just a conversation might change their mind.
Oh, I agree.
On whether they get it or not.
Yeah, like I said, I think the education maybe is somebody should do like a workshop or something about life insurance. Give it. There's your idea.
Yeah. Well, when I was with Northwestern Mutual, my cousin Cody Kinney. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
If any of you guys know him.
I should have known that you guys were related.
But so his main body of work is life insurance, and now he's starting to really dive into the investment world.
Okay.
Me and him, we're going to do like, not a podcast, but like a Facebook Live type thing.
Be great.
Just educating people on life insurance. I know nobody wants to listen to a video about education on life insurance, but
it's needed.
I think people would find some real value in it. So we still,
Definitely.
I mean, we probably couldn't do it now because we don't work together and our companies wouldn't like that.
Right.
But that's something I might do in the future.
Yeah.
If, you know.
No, definitely.
I mean, comment on this podcast or whatever if you would be interested in
let
that.
Us know. Let us know. Like the
yeah.
video or comment if you want to, if you're interested in maybe hearing more about life insurance. I do. I think it's huge.
Yeah.
And I really think, you know, whenever I got my life insurance, I'll have to give him a plug. Logan said, the prick isn't bad. I'm really scared of needles. It's not bad, but what would be worse is if something did happen and you didn't have it.
Yeah.
And so, kind of that made me kind of sober up a little bit and go,
yeah.
I think this isn't the end of the world. It's really important to have. So you guys do that. You do home. You do auto. Is there any other? Do you do builder's risk?
We do builder's risk.
Okay.
No, we can't. We don't write it through Farmers.
Okay.
But we are appointed through a company called Craft Lake, which is basically just when we run stuff through Craft Lake, we're basically just a broker.
Okay.
And we get quotes from a bunch of different companies, but we do builder's risk.
Okay.
Cynthia, who is actually leaving us at the end of the month,
okay.
She does a lot of builder's risk stuff, and she's really good with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do builder's risk.
What is builder's risk?
Builder's risk is
In
basically
a small summary.
just, you know, you're building a house and you're insuring, you know, basically the potential of the house.
Yes.
I don't know if that's completely right.
No, it is. Yeah.
Builder's risk. I'm not very well versed in builder's risk, but essentially that's what it is. If you're building a house, that's the insurance you would get.
It is. It's like if you're in the middle of building it. Randy Glitch, he explained it to me like this, which I'm probably going to get it wrong. It's been 2 years ago, but so I hope he listens. He doesn't have Facebook, but he'll listen somehow. It's if you're kind of in the middle of building. So say like you have your frames up and you have a huge tornado or like a windstorm here. That's not very uncommon.
Yeah.
And, you know, it flattens your frame and you got to start over. There's your builder's risk.
Yep.
And we actually have so many natural, you know, disasters. In some way it's disasters, but then also, you know, just kind of wind. And you're like, it can cause a lot.
If you're in an early stage, just with, you know, 2x4s up, wind could very easily, you know, the wind that we get sometimes can very easily come wipe that out or blow something into it and wipe it out. So, builder's risk is very important. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, you obviously know, and you probably encourage everybody to get that.
Most definitely.
But
good. So builder's risk, you know, life, home, auto. Is there anything that we're missing on that?
So we also can do bonds.
Okay.
Like I don't know very much about bonds, to be honest with you.
But you can do it.
Cynthia does bonds as well.
Okay, excellent.
And then Amy in our office, she was with Farmers with Justin for a long time. I don't know. Pretty much from the start. She knows a lot about bonds, and she's still in our office as well with Stephenson Bags and Guthrie. So we have her, and then I'm gonna, you know, be learning lots about the bonds as well. And most people don't really know what I mean when I say bonds. I think, oh, it's stock market stuff. No, basically. So say you're a heat and air company and you're bidding for a really big job, you usually have to have a bond to back that up. When you're even putting the bid in, this has nothing to do with the job. They won't even usually take your, you know, your bid to get the job if you don't have a bond. So we do those as well.
Good. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people don't know about that. They think bonds first initial thought is like investing in the stock market. And so I think that's important to notice as well. So is there anything that you are hoping to get involved with here in Woodward while I know you're just starting out, so you don't want to ever like volunteer too much, you know what I mean? You got to get slow pace a little bit, because then you can get a little overwhelmed when it's a new company and everything like that for you, you know. But is there something that you're passionate about in Woodward that you hope, you know, in the next, you know, decade or so that you help kind of improve or?
So I mean, I obviously want to get involved in all the organizations. I know there's a young professionals group that's
we're pretty awesome, aren't
really
we,
growing. And I know, I think, I can't remember if it's Travis or Kyle. I think it's Kyle. Is a big part of that.
Kyle is,
at Hodgson Law Firm with Sierra. So I'm sure we're going to dive into that, you know, kind of head first. And then I'm obviously very passionate, everyone that knows me, about Woodward sports and stuff. So I want to do something with that somewhere, whether that's, I mean, obviously I'm going to sponsor you know, the boomers and everything that I can. And then I want to get involved in like not coaching, but like helping younger athletes and stuff, like maybe like doing something to where I get a group of guys together and we like do
workouts or
like
something,
camps or something like that.
Be fun.
I want to do something like that.
Something to help the youth.
Yeah, I haven't thought about it very much, but something along those lines.
Awesome. I love it. So you're obviously passionate about obviously Woodward youth and sports and then also community. Because Woodward Young Professionals, we haven't gotten cranked back up yet because of COVID, of course. But when we do, it's going to be really fun. So I always give a shout out to Woodward Young Professionals because that's actually the first, they had their first meeting when it was like the first thing that I went to when I moved to Woodward. I was like, Woodward Young Professionals, that sounds like me. And so I went to it and I met all these wonderful people. And it's just funny because like 4 years later, I look back and I'm like, wow, I've met so many people through that. But then also just kind of bouncing ideas off one another and different things like that. So you guys would be perfect for that.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to get involved in that.
Excellent.
Right now is obviously a crazy time to start getting involved with a lot of different things.
Well, and a lot of stuff is kind of still slow. So, you know, shut down or kind of back and forth. So, kind of finishing up here, is there anything, I should say there's probably a lot, but what's your favorite part about being part of Northwest Oklahoma and the Woodward area?
Honestly, just the community aspect. I mean, in Oklahoma City, I knew my cousin Cody, that's about it. That's the only person we hung out with on the weekends and stuff, and all my friends are here. I know all my friends' parents are still here for the most part, so the sense of community that Woodward has, mainly just that. And I mean, I grew up here. Small town
small
kid.
Town,
So I just love Northwest Oklahoma. You know, I think there's a lot of room to grow out here.
Yes, I agree.
I know a lot of people might not agree, but I think there's a lot of room to grow, and I don't think there's a better place to raise a family. Yeah. So that's what gets me most excited.
Well, that's exciting to hear for me too on the other side, because you know I do think that when you know, some people may, when they move back or when they've lived here for a long time, right? They've lived here for 30, 40 years, and you know, they got in their routine and different things, which there's nothing wrong with that. But it's also good to see some potential and some opportunity and some potential for growth in different areas. So I'm happy you see that as well. I know obviously I'm still an outsider in some ways, and so kind of seeing that potential is pretty nice. And so I'm happy to hear that from you as well.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about Woodward's future. I know the election has a little bit maybe to do with the immediate future.
Yes.
In Woodward, but I think there's a lot of room to grow, and I think there's, you know, some industries that have, you know, room to grow here.
Definitely. So well, I 100% agree. We're a hub here, and so I think we can continue to grow on that. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Look forward to seeing all your business success in the future.
Yeah, you might start seeing some signs around town.
Love it. Would love it. Yes. What kind of signs?
Right now, I just have these little A-frame signs.
Yes.
You know, did you go to OSU?
Yeah, I did. Go Pokes.
So you know the little A-frames?
Oh, yes.
Like when you're walking past the library and stuff. So I got some of those posted up. Right now, they're just at my parents' body shop, and I have one in my office because I don't know where to put it. So
we'll be seeing those.
Yeah, there'll be more around town.
Good.
So just when you see my face and my
You'll
number,
know who it is.
Give me a call, even if it's not for insurance. Say hi.
Exactly. So tell us again your address, your office
address. It's 1902 9th Street.
1902 9th Street. Okay.
It's like it's just north of the post office.
North of the post office. And how can people get a hold to you? What's a good phone number?
So our office number is, I don't even have it memorized.
No, you're fine. So what's your cell number?
Yeah, your cell number is 580-216-4776.
Perfect.
And our office is, I think it's 256-4272.
Just so you know, I am 26. He's 24. We don't usually memorize numbers anymore. We have them in the phone.
Yeah, and it's a new to me number.
There you go. Exactly.
So I just tell everyone my cell phone number usually. I don't even have a card in my wallet. I think it's 4272.
Okay. Well,
but I know Cynthia and Stephanie are watching this, so if it's wrong, put the right number in the comments.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being here, and I look forward to working with you in the future.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.